Okay, what we got here?
Why, hello there. There's another way out of this place.
A lot of lag, a lot of lag. I don't know why. That is crazy. Teddy bear. Split screens.
Feeling something familiar, are we?
I should do like I always said, I should do a video of the teddy bear thing.
Don't forget to cash in your Lakeside Park ticket. Any one of our tickets will be need a race? You can always fly by the Astrocade and earn early points. The prizes are out on this world.
Like where all the teddy bears are mostly at would be down here. There's more of a higher chance to find a teddy bear's hair. And up in Polar Peak. No, Polar Peak has more spots to find teddy bears up there. There's two in the front. There's another one. There's two here there. Two here in this area. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 in this area. There's the first area. Usually it's right there, but you can't see it unless it's, you know. The second teddy bear would be right here. Right, the reason why I put that up like that, like the grenades, because it's dark. It's right here, right about here, but it's not there. Their teddy bear would be right there. Mentionable, it would be right there, but they took that one out right there. It's over there. And the last teddy bear for over here in Kepler is right there, but he's not there. He's right about that. It's weird.
I can't wait to see some of the attractions.
The next teddy bear would be right there. Right there. Used to be a teddy bear right there. And I don't even know if it becomes any more there, but it used to be right there. I don't think they have that anymore. Never. What's my line?
I'm expanding the set. Don't worry.
Right there.
It's within budget.
Right there. There's 1, 2, 3. 3 spots here. Boom, boom. In this one area, it's 3. And then there's a teddy bear right down here. Right there. Whoa, another lag. A little bit of lag. Whoa. These split screens don't know how to actually host. Look at this. I was gonna walk down to see. Let's see. Oh God, oh God. Let's see, custom game. Let's go to Spaceland.
I am Willard Wyler, master of the macabre. For over 40 years, I directed the most terrifying, visceral, and bloody scenes ever committed to film. My contribution to horror is nothing short of genius. Before my retirement, people demanded to know my secret. How did I make it all look so real? If you really want to know how the sausage is made in a Willard Wyler picture...
Okay. I should actually maybe say, hey, this is 127 spots of the teddy bears. Maybe
Undead. Put me in, coach.
that'd be crazy. First spot right there.
Alright, let's see what that light switch turned on.
Second spot right there.
Now, find a way out of this place.
Third spot right there.
Talking about getting second chances.
Those comeback hits, if you will.
Sometimes in life you
Fourth
get a chance
spot
to
right
do things
there.
again, and this time around, we learned a thing or two. It's what we do in those moments that can define us.
I know you have to put the power on. This spot. Nope. First picture. No. 7.
Keep your eyes peeled for anything.
No. 8. Nope. Usually, I'm not really worried about it. Oh, there's a teddy bear right there. Right there would be one. There's another. There's 2. 2 teddy bears. And teddy bear there. Teddy bear. Teddy bear. Teddy bear. Teddy bear would be up there. Teddy bear. Used to have a teddy bear back there. And a teddy bear used to be back here. These were used to. Teddy bears right there. Teddy bear right there. And teddy bear right here. Used to be teddy bear right there. And teddy bear right there.
A rare behind the scenes look at this list.
Teddy bear. Nope. Teddy bear there. Used to be a teddy bear right there. Nope, no teddy bear there. Usually, when it first came out, the teddy bear used to be behind him, behind the foot.
I hope I can find something useful in this area that can get us some extra
And teddy bear
yardage.
right there. Teddy bear right there. Used to be a teddy bear right back here, right here in this area. That's all that's in here. This one.
Hey, did you guys go to the Friday?
Teddy bear there. Teddy bear there.
My stats just got a nice boost.
Used to have a teddy bear down here,
Door number 1.
and this trash can right here. I think it was on this side.
Attention all spaceland space cadets. We have a special message directly from Mission Control.
Teddy bear there. Teddy bear there. Teddy bear there. And teddy bear there. Not really worried about that. All I'm doing is like the video of teddy bears.
There's gotta be.
Teddy bear there. Nope, there. Teddy bear there. Teddy bear there.
find out what's behind door number 1.
Teddy bear down there, right there. 2 teddy bears could be right there. 1 and 2. Right there and right there. Teddy bear could be right there. Teddy bear could be right there. You can actually see it right there through here if you really wanted to. There's a way to see it through here, through this way. I know it's one of these holes that you can actually see it.
I wonder if the perk stations I saw are working. Better check.
Hold on. I went already up here. Okay. Yeah, I already went up here. Teddy bear there. Teddy bear there. And then teddy bear there or there. And then there's only like a couple more left. Right there. Right there. And that's it for the teddy bears in here. The next teddy bear.
I had no idea that was...
I think the next teddy bear would be in Afterlife Arcade. Let me see. It might be in the Afterlife Arcade. Let me see if he's in Afterlife Arcade. Nope, not in Afterlife Arcade. He used to be in Afterlife Arcade right there in the corner. Right there.
In arcade?
There's probably one place that I didn't see. Or I went too fast and I was brushing it through. So he would be right there, and he used to be right there in that corner. Or I did hit all 5 of them, and I just didn't see it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Master of the...
So then, let's see, choose film. Shuffle. Oh yeah, I did that the other day. Beast and Beyond's music Easter egg is... I don't even know. Beast and Beyond has an Easter egg on a song. Dude, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember what the Beast and Beyond was. The Beast and Beyond Easter egg song is finding those astronauts. Astronaut. Oh. Oh, they left. The split screen's left. What shall we do? They're back again.
You show these kids a good time through some of your greatest classics, give them a chance to rewrite history, and this is the thank you gift.
We already knew that was gonna happen.
I found a portable stereo with a compact cassette tape. I don't think the device as a whole is going to be useful, but some of its inner components might be. Oh, leave that silly little robot alone. He is not part of the official props list. Enjoying the thrills and chills of spaceland.
Well, if it isn't the one, the only Bruce.
Will rather Master Macabre.
I'd say long time.
Right you are, but perhaps the winds are shifting tonight.
Is that right? Well, I know just a song to play for the occasion.
Somehow I knew.
That's crazy. What's that song? Come on, open up the door. Open up the door. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Your fate and fortune shines bright.
Did they do what they did just now? Did they just buy their card back and thought that was the coolest thing to do? Who knows? This guy, like, invited me like 4 times. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be going over to that. Mo. Bet you 100% he picks that up, that ammo. Teddy bear. Come on, we can do it. Everyone had to come up here, man. Polar Peak is the highest speed roller coaster with sudden drops and jolts. Let's see what kind I get. The Hornet. The crazy thing about the Hornet is it's on this game, it's on the Division, and it's on the Division, I think it's on the Division 1 and 2. And it's on
Hey kids, don't forget to cash in your Spaceland Park ticket. Any one of our ticket booths around the park. If you're ready for the world, you can always fly by the Astrocade.
Just 2 more and you got yourself
Now and all this is wow.
and it's on Borderlands, I think Borderlands 2, but it was like, Borderlands 2 wasn't, like, they didn't shove all those guns on there until the last couple of minutes, like, I don't know how to explain that. Some of the decent guns on Borderlands 2 weren't even at the very beginning of the game. Like, they approached it to weirdest thing. Even if someone playing Borderlands the first one, say you play Borderlands the first one, okay, you see I'm not going to be able to get that guy. When you play the Borderlands, the whole storyline, and you're like, okay, Borderlands is the coolest, but that whole situation. But then you're seeing the whole time of Borderlands. I think there was, Borderlands 1 only had 8 to 9 out of 10 legendaries. And none of them weren't really, like, they weren't wild to pick out. This was very beginning. This is not, if you're including the DLCs, that's a different story. This was the base game situation. This wasn't DLC. Borderlands 1, people say it wasn't the greatest, but they dealt with it. But if you're saying Borderlands 1, okay, if you say Borderlands 1, it was like, oh, well, it was weak in one way and weak in the other way. The only difference between weak and more weak wasn't because there wasn't that many bosses. Like if you play Borderlands 1, okay, and you go through the whole storyline, you don't really call them bosses per se, unless you can replay them back, right? Borderlands 2? Okay. Okay. If you played Borderlands 1 at the very beginning of it, the very, very beginning of it, it wasn't really a fun time or a fun game to play at the very beginning. And the reason why there wasn't that many fun times is too many people didn't like looter shooters at that time. Even if you think about it, a looter shooter game wasn't like, oh yeah, you're gonna play a looter shooter game, and you know, you're gonna find different things to pick up to make your gear set up correctly. I mean, if you go into the whole why can't I couldn't spin it. This is considered a looter shooter game because you're actually picking up a gun in a box. I mean, even if you think about it, it was a looter shooter game because you're shooting the gun plus you're looting the box. Call of Duty War had it. It didn't have like the gold legendary to the rare to the purple like Epic did with their or was it Epic Games that did the whole coloration of it? But the Division did the whole global lining of the whole thing where it like lights up the whole thing. And see, even this game's, how many people left on this game alone? It ponders why we don't have crossplay with this game. The reason why I don't like crossplay, and the reason why I don't like crossplay is because it's a brand new game. It should be played at the same console way. I can understand PC and Xbox. PC and Xbox are the same thing. But for PS4, the PS5 to PS3, even because these games die on the PS3 faster than the Xbox and the Xbox One, Xbox, X, all that other stuff. The reason why I'm always saying, like, there should be crossplay when this game goes down like this. But when there's not too many people in here at this time. It's like the difference is, okay, if you look at Outriders, if you actually look at the game called Outriders, there's not really too much to the Outriders game right now. When you beat the end game, you're doing expeditions to get, a legendary weapon. And usually by the time you do maybe about 10 to 15 runs, you're going to get a God roll gun off of that. Somewhere around there. 10 to 15 runs. By the time you get all, 96 gear, whatever it is, 96 or 97, it takes probably about a month to 2 months at the most. There is no DLC to that game. There's 0 DLC to that game. There's no added content. There's nothing. 0 content. And there's actually crossplay on there. And that's what drives up to the point that why is crossplay on those kind of games when it shouldn't? Even if someone says, well, there should be, but there shouldn't be. In one way, yes. In one way, no, not yet. It's a brand new game. And what should do is wait until there's not that many numbers. He just took that all those blue guns. Those yep. Oh, okay. I thought he put that green. Okay. I really didn't want to be the host. Okay, let's not get sidetracked. I was talking about Borderlands. Let's put that away. Borderlands, right there. Well, I was talking about crossplay. And crossplay with this game would be perfect right now. Call of Duty IW or any older game of Call of Duty should be, if there's like over 1,000 people, like 1,000 people or under, that's when crossplay should be enabled on older generational games. There should be a digital law that crossplay should be enabled, even if in Apple, Epic, Xbox, PlayStation, all them companies would not smooch over top of that. Like, oh yeah, we got to smooch up on top of that. I would say if that would have been a law towards that whole situation of crossplay and put money towards crossplay and everything, that just see, I don't really think Borderlands 3 needs a crossplay, because when I go to Borderlands 3 and the multiplayer part of it, I can't find no game. Zero. It'll tell me my network's a problem or something like that. Even I'll start a new character, it'll still say the same thing. I'll go on a PS4, it'll still say the same thing. And I'm sitting here like, wow. And it's been, I never really played multiplayer on Borderlands 3 unless if I knew someone that had the game on my game list or whatever, the friends list. And that was the only time. And Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 wasn't with the multiplayer, wasn't high type on the whole situation multiplayer, but I played multiplayer on Borderlands 2, and I could find some games going on there. It just, some people don't do anything. Or whenever I'm going into the transaction towards it, or going in like inside the game into the multiplayer, one of my guns mostly sometimes disappear. So then I have to go on my PS4 to cross save it back onto the PS5 because we don't know what happened to it. I'm not really worried about it. But who knows with the whole situation. And then most, but not a lot of people, I'd say about 20 to 30% of people actually still play this game and think it's still fun. And the most thing is I'll see like the newbies like that. The reason why I'll see more newbies or more people like brand new accounts is because not because they bought a PlayStation, is because this game is actually cheap on the PlayStation right now on the store. I think it's been on sale for maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks now. when you buy the disc, you buy the disc, but then it's like, oh yeah, you bought the disc. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Are you just saying hi or hello? What, you see me in your game, is that what you're saying? There a zombie somewhere right there in that area. Lady Luck.
Your soul will once more step. This feels just like deja vu.
I'll get back in there if I wanted to watch. If I really wanted to, I'll get right back in there. If I really wanted to go into the game, even on round 1, round 2, or round 3, I can do it. Whoa, a little bit lag. Someone's already at the block. Why would they go straight to the box?
Attention all space cadets. The stakes just went up, and the locals are looking for blood. Right out the storm, and you might just land back in Kansas.
Okay. Another problem that I have with Call of Duty, and I'm gonna say this every time, is older Call of Duties, these older Call of Duties need to be active on double XP. No matter what you're thinking that you're cashing in or something else, the people would actually still play these older generational games. That's the difference. The person that owns this game, the person that actually owns this game needs to wise up and put double XP on and keep it on forever. Because the reason why, even if you think about it, in the market district or the market area of this, okay, you gotta think about it. As of right now, I have to wait until David Hasselhoff's done talking. The reason why they need to turn on double XP on older Call of Duty games is because a lot of people see that. A lot of people see that there's double XP on older games or older Call of Duty games. They'll go in and buy the game if they don't have it. that makes people want to play it more. Get that drift? Like right now, there's no double XP on this game, so not too many people want to be here. Not too many people want to play this game. A lot of people playing Cold War because Cold War is double XP right now, right? And that's the reason why Cold War is upper right now is because of double XP right now, as we speak. How is everything? You're saying how's everything? Everything's fine. Did someone come in here with... Yeah?
Tonight!
How's everything in life? Me is fine. How's life with you? I can see what you're typing. I see everything that you're typing. Like when you type in chat, I see it.
This next area, it's a hot set.
Oh, your TV's playing. Okay, 10 to 15 minutes while playing the. That's cool. That means the 3 reasons why. The 3 reasons why like the TV's doing that is your what's that called? Those little tube things are probably leaking inside your TV. The capacitors, they're probably leaking all over. Or the fuses inside are probably blown. Or if you have a CRT TV, if you have an old CRT TV, it's probably the what is that called now? The back of the TV part of it, where the tube sticks out. But if you have like an LCD screen or just a regular, wow. Which one quit? Well, then you better go get it repaired. Or you open it up. See if the tubes go on there. See if it's on YouTube. See if people have the same problem with that same model. Go on YouTube and see it. The reason why I say that is because if you have leakage inside there, that means your capacitor could be leaking badly. That will disrupt all the power and make more capacitors disrupt more. And if your TV's getting way too hot, that can cause a fire or the wire burning, or you can, Then again, LG TVs are really... LGs are Samsung TVs, that's it. Then you have to think about it. It's like, oh, okay, the fuses, the tube fuses, the capacitor. I would say don't wait off on it. Just if your TV's shutting off every 10 to 15 minutes or something like that because it's getting hot. I myself would say find out if people are having the same problem with that TV. Go in there. Then it might be your HDMI. It might be the, what's that called? The MOSFET chip. What's that called? What's that? The little chip, the chip that's on the processor. The little chip that's on the processor might be blown, or see how many volts are coming. See how many volts are coming to that HDMI. You might be electrifying it. You might be electrifying it or electrocuting it or whatever you say that when you plug it in, it's probably zapping the board. You might have an open line.
You hear people talking about getting second chances.
Oh, I myself had that kind of problem. Then I thought about discharging it, like discharging the, there's a way to discharge wires. What are these guys really thinking? But if your HDMI is weak, then it might be a crosswire in your HDMI. I would say if it's an HDMI thing, if it's the HDMI, you find another HDMI wire. Yeah, find another HDMI wire if it's having the same problem or same issue. I'll find another HDMI wire, plug it in, see if it does that, and
He is not part of the official crop.
there is tutorials. There is tutorials out there, trust me. You can probably find a whole bunch of tutorials. If people have the same problem, it could be an HDMI problem. Could be the problem. It could be the port, or it could be the wire. And there's a way to find out if you have you have a meter thing where you can open up the TV, see how many, I would say search it up on YouTube first. That's what I would do. Search it up on YouTube. There's a way to... Why should you search it? There's 3 different things that you can do. You can put a new HDMI port on it. You can solder. You know how to solder a new HDMI. Take one off and put one on. The chip that sends the signal to the HDMI to the TV might be bad. Or, like I said, the capacitors could be leaking everywhere. If you have a bulging and leaking capacitor, it can leak everywhere. It can disrupt everything. That's cool. My TV doesn't do that, or my PS5 doesn't do that. A person wants me to open up that door, but yeah. I'm not in front of the TV, like I said. YouTube it. YouTube your problem. See if you can find out. What's his name? There's a guy that I watch sometimes. He does repairs on TVs, and he even does a couple times. He does. I mean, there's a couple guys I watch. There's a couple of them. They go in and do like the repairs of like TVs and repairs of game consoles and stuff like that. I watch those people.
Oh, I did my part. Where was y'all?
Like he repaired like five Xboxes at one time. Different things like that. But I would say those come out red. I would say search it up if you have the same problem. You might have to solder a new HDMI or a new capacitor or your HDMI HDMI port to the wire to it might be shortened. Or the chip on the motherboard, on the TV motherboard might be shortened out. You might have an open line.
Oh yeah, I just found a boombox. I'm ready to smoke because I'm about to be strutting around.
It could be a lot of problems, but I would say search it up if you're gonna have. If you search it up and you look for it and you search it and you do more of a search onto it, yeah. But the difference is, now these days, TVs ain't really worth going out and repair it unless you know what you're doing. I mean, yeah, TVs are not worth that much to do. Like, you can go on and buy a TV for, what, $300 now. Even hell, I wouldn't be shocked at 4K TVs for $300 next year. I wouldn't be shocked about that, because that's what's probably going to happen next year. 4K TVs are probably going to go out the door, and 8K TVs are going to be up there. I would say just save up your money, try to see if you can repair that TV, and just buy a new TV within 2 years. Try to keep that TV where it's fine. Because 4K is kind of like, it's dying. The reason why 4K is dying, and people won't say it because 4K is 4K. Okay. The reason why 4K is not dying, as of right now, is because of what happened to the world. Now, the reason why 4K is still around is because of that reason. But the reason why it's dying is because of the movies. 4K really is because of 3 reasons. One, and I'll say this, 1, 2, and 3. Do I play multiplayer? No. On here? No, I don't play multiplayer on here. 4K is because not too many people broadcast in 4K. Like, name a network. Name one network that will broadcast in 4K, true 4K, or even 4K Ultra HD. Name one channel that will broadcast.
Pay attention, people! This is our professional!
Okay. Now, see, if you think that you know someone that's going to broadcast in 4K Ultra HD or OLEDs on the whole, 4K is going to die quicker because now we're getting to that point that 4K and 8K is right there. 8K is definitely there. Hold on. Now, the second reason is people watch 4K movies on disc. Okay. Name 10 movies right now. Name 10 movies that are on 4K. Brand new 2021 movies of 4K. Go. Am I still friends with them? Yeah. Yeah, I'm still friends with them. I mean, they're in there. I mean, and see, that's the difference. I was talking about 4K, and you kind of talked about, him. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna be down here. He just changed his name. He changed his name the other day. No. He's on my list, though. Yes, okay. I was talking about 4K movies and reasons why 4K was dying is because of that. Look, I came back and... Now everyone's gonna be watching my video back again. They're gonna be like, this person's right, 4K is dying. 4K is dying because the reason is not too many people watch 4K, not too many people broadcast in 4K. It's just like the same thing as people. How many people bought a PlayStation 5 yet, or an Xbox Series X? Not too many people. Hold on. Not too many people bought a PlayStation or couldn't even get a PlayStation. That's the same reason why people don't. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, I don't know. He might be on my friends list. I don't know. He changed his name like 3 or 4 times. See, these guys don't know they could take my money. Look.
Silly little robot alone. He is
So I'm gonna take out some of this money and see if they notice me. See, one's doing it.
Truly.
I'm not really worried about what he does, or even if you say that, are you friends with him or anything? No. Okay, what else? I was talking about 4K. I was talking about 4K movies. Oh, these guys played Infected too much. That's how they got that card, is Infected. Okay. What else? I mean, I could go and watch right now. I can watch. Okay, if you like, do you guys actually have? It's called an app called TUBI.
Trust me, this is not the first time I've had to show a bunch of
I don't know how to say it. I think it's called Tubi, TUBI. I'll wait until he's done talking. And the very, very beginning of like the app is you can sign in, or you don't have to sign in at all. And I think it's the coolest thing ever because you don't have to sign in at all, unless you want to save your progress on a movie or something like that, or a TV show. So there's like a couple TV shows I was watching. The only show that I really would like to have, for them to have, would have been great, would have been like Bill Nye the Science Guy. Would have been cool to actually have. But then they have this one show called Beakman's World. Beakman's World used to be on CBS at 10 o'clock in the morning. And it was a counter kind of situation on for like Bill Nye the Science Guy. They only had Beakman's World came out like 4 seasons or 3 seasons. I think it's 4 seasons. 92, 93, 94, 90, I think it was like all the way up to 97 or something, like 96, 97. I know it's kind of weird and strange, but that's what it was. But there was another thing about the reason why I said that is there's a movie called The Willies. And if you don't know what The Willies is, then The Willies it's a weird movie, but it's one of the movies that are like it doesn't like a lot of people don't know about it. It's called The Willies. The Willies. WILLIES. And it's like kind of like a creep show. If you ever watch Creep Show the movie, it's kind of like that, but weird. It's not. And you watch it, you just watch it, The Willies, and then you watch the movie, and then you watch Felicia Shorts. If you ever watch Felicia Shorts, then you would know the person I'm talking about. He's in that movie. Just think about that. Everyone that was on Felicia Shorts, and you thought, like, when you watch Felicia Shorts at the very beginning of that show, the way they looked at
The thrills and chills of space.
the way you looked at those kids, you always thought they weren't really kids.
Master of the Macabre. I'd say long time no see, but
Come on.
I'm in a place like this.
Right you are, but perhaps the winds are shifting tonight.
Is that right? Well, I know just a song to play on occasion.
Somehow I knew you.
It's another world as we know it. I feel fine, baby. If you watch like Felicia Shorts at the very beginning, you're like, oh, they look like they're 13, 14 years old. No, when they were starting to tape that whole time, they were like 15, 16, 17 years old. It's crazy. You thought they were like 13, 14 years old. They're in your age group and everything else. Nope. Most of the cast were even born in the 70s, I think. I'm trying to think. I don't know, sometimes I talk randomly. Oh, I see you. See this teddy bear right here? Used to be right there down here by the doorway. They moved it so then other people can see him. Used to be down there. Right there. I don't know, sometimes I talk like, well, sometimes I go through the whole time like, oh yeah, this is what this person, this. I mean, you know how your like grandfather or dad talks like, I remember back in the day, I remember walking 50,000 feet or something like that. When you get to a certain age, even if you mock them now, you're going to do the same thing when you get older. And not because of how people walk to school anymore, or people taking the bus or doing all that. That's not how you're going to mock them now. It's basically, oh, I remember back in the day when we used to have Facebook and we used to dislike or like or hit the post or we touch the screen and it turns on and everything else. That's this generation. When we hit 80 years old, the newer group that has like, you know, the glasses that are you just gonna zoom in with your eyes or laser zoom to your eyes, you're gonna be like, I remember back in the day when I held a phone in my hand. When I held a phone in my hand, and I hit that touchpad. I was hitting those buttons. I remember that all that digital stuff back in the day. That was cool stuff. We're gonna be like that too. Everyone's gonna be like that when they get older. Trust me. And that generation's gonna do the same thing. And that generation's gonna do the same thing. I remember when we used to pump gas for the, you know. And it's not like right now. Some people you would say, I remember back in the day when I was a kid. I remember just relaxing at home, watching TV all day, or playing video games or something like that. It's not like that now. This generation, we used to go outside and do things outside. Now, all this generation, the other generation, just wants to stay in and do whatever they want to do at home. And then it's like, well, this generation is a different story than what our generation is. We didn't have... When I was growing up, back then, our entertainment was the TV, and then it was outside, and then, and basically, hold on. There was only one other thing we did on the computer.
Your soul will be mine.
And that was before YouTube, that was before anything. It was peer-to-peer sharing. Everyone did peer-to-peer sharing. Everyone did peer-to-peer sharing. Peer-to-peer is like what Napster was. It's computer versus to the computer, downloading music or downloading videos or downloading something. Somewhere down the road, someone was doing something. Okay. So, we didn't have that many video games to rely on. Like, oh yeah, you had Doom, you had Castlevania, you had Leisure Suit Larry, but you don't have video games like that we have now. So you really didn't have, you didn't really stay on a computer that long. I think computers really didn't take off until early 1999 to 2000. And that was like a very, very modest kind of way. Because there was people that were on a computer in 1998, 97, somewhere around there. But it wasn't like you couldn't go through connections of the internet and say, well, this and this and that. Like, you had to know the webpage to go towards it. You didn't have to go to Facebook.com. You're automatically there. Hell, sometimes the websites didn't have the www or HTTPS. You had to know the protocol number or the web numbers. Which now these days they call them portals. I mean, I used to go on the computer there and there, but it wasn't like, oh, every day you had to be on the internet. The only like 3 places you go on there was, like I said, a lot of percentage of people would go to Napster, go to AOL, and look at their mail, and then they would go to like AOL would have their, what was it called, the chat room back in the day, chat rooms, but that was always spam. Most time that you would go to the chat room, it would just come up pop-ups, because they couldn't get their advertisements out there anymore, like it used to be. So if you ever like watched old, like something like old talks about spam, like very, very spammy, like pop-up ads or something. I think even South Park made fun of it somewhat with the spam, the email, or not the email, like even when you connected to the Wi-Fi, and that's all you got was like, they didn't have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi was just a twinkle, just a little twinkle. You had to connect from what was it called? There was a dial-up connection, or it wasn't really considered a fiber optic. It wasn't really called that, but it was called fiber. But then there was T1 and T2 and T3 servers. No, Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Terminator 3. The highest volume you can actually get was like 128 kilobytes per second. Something like that. It was like way crazy if you got a T1 server. Oh my god. People used to use those and connect to those things. The T1 servers, T2 servers, that's all people would do, would connect and download billions and billions and billions and billions of songs back in the day. That's all people used to do. Because even on those programs, those peer-to-peer steering programs, that's all you've seen. That's all people have seen back in the day. And the record company still makes money. Still makes money to this day. Still makes money. So even Napster wasn't the blame for everything. But I don't know. These guys. Trying to remember. Protocol. Even if you think about it, even if you thought about this, okay? Back in the day, most people didn't even go to Nickelodeon.com. That was like the biggest. That was probably the biggest. A lot of people went to that website, and a lot of people went to that website, Nickelodeon.com. I don't know why. I think because of Flash Media used to be the biggest thing, because they had video games on it. I don't know. In 2000, but that's where a lot of people went to. I really don't think too many people went to, like, YouTube. YouTube was a thing back in like 2006, 2000, and I think 2006, right? Or 2005. But most people. Most people that didn't have like that much of I'm trying to explain this a little bit better when it comes down to actually get movies, like not movies, like theater movies, to like get like some people would actually download sometimes would be like South Park videos or something like that. You actually put it in .mov, and then MOV would actually show as QuickTime. QuickTime would actually play, and that's what happens. People do that. It wasn't like YouTube was around. Like you'd watch it on Hulu or watch it on something like that. To actually way back in the day. And I know it's still there. I know it's still around. It was called MIRC chat rooms. And the MIRC chat rooms used to be the coolest thing back in the day. Wow. I don't even know what they're like now anymore. I just don't. MIRC chat rooms. They weren't really chat rooms per se. They were like protocol rooms behind, like, I don't know, it's just weird. You see the chat room right now that we're right on the side there? At one time, Justin.tv, Ustream, and all the other places back in the day used to use MIRC chat. Way back in the day. Justin.tv used to do it too. And that's where this became. The chat rooms. If you knew a chat room to go to, there was hyperlinks where you can actually download, like, and it was back in the day, it'd be TV shows that wouldn't air on TV. They were kind of like leaks, kind of sort of, back in the day. So if you knew how to do MIRC chat rooms, and you knew where to go find them, like, say, here's for example, say Home Improvement, okay, and Home Improvement would come out on, in the United States would come out on, say, say it came out on Wednesday.
This keeps up. We'll just have to get you cue cards.
If it came out on Wednesday, 8 o'clock, okay? It came on at Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m. But you knew a place that you can find it and you can actually watch it earlier. You'd find it. So, like, in other places, it still does happen. It still does happen to this day. Like, if you look at the United States and you look at Canada and look at, like, other countries, like, if you see their, like, list of TV shows, you compare them. I used to do it with the middle. The middle would come on Tuesday. The week before Tuesday, the week that, like, Wednesday or Thursday that week of last week, I would go and find it before that. Yo? You like saying yo? What, you like yo-yo or yo? We're all gonna die. Like, we're all gonna go down and die out. So, that's what I used in my OC chats. This guy was like, yo. And then he leaves. He goes bye-bye. He's like, yeah, I'm out of here. See that kid right there? Do you see this kid right here? You do not. I don't even know. He's talking. He's on the chat right there. He's talking. Are you gonna play or are you just gonna sit there and waste the time?
That's one. Just two more and you've got yourself a prize.
Because if you're thinking of staying here just because you're just trying to get XP, or are you trying to get XP because that's not happening here. So this person's trying to save you and everything else. Oh, you quit. Then I had to close up the application. Wow. See, that's the difference because I've been on the internet. I've been on the internet for a long time. Way long. In 90... Hold on.
Do some of your greatest classics. Give them a chance to rewrite history.
I'm trying to think. When I was actually growing up, let's see, the school would actually say, like, I don't know, it was just weird. I was going to, like, a school. How could I explain this? Before the millennium, you had to create a website. And this is the coolest thing. It was a project that we had to do back in the 90s. Like, we had to create a website. We had to do something with the website. We had to put something towards the website. And you can't it was called glamming or glamour, or you couldn't do a lot to it. You had to do something that was something like volunteering or something like in the community, something that had to look really good for it. And you could make it as like a group, make it with a group of people, or with being solo, or something like that. And I think we made our website like it's not up anymore. I know that. I even tried to look for it like a couple times. It was up for like I think 3 to 4 years, and then it got taken down. I think 2004 it got taken off or something like that. 2003, 2004 it got taken off. But yeah, I don't know. It was something like a bridge. I think we did something with the bridge. I think we had to clean underneath the bridge or something like that. We had to clean like someone took pictures. It was a whole thing. And the bridge is no longer there anymore to this day. It's funny because I think within 2 years, the bridge got torn down.
I know, right? You're close.
It was
I think we got more coming.
It was a footbridge. It was a footbridge going across the train tracks, and we had to fix it up or something. And there was like boards and different things. So we painted it, and we put it. Everyone from our class had to paint something to be there. And I think the year after that, no one did anything. And then the next year it got torn down. So we made a website. Back in the day. And I guess it was just weird. I know someone, I was hoping like one of our classmates had it or something, like the disc. That would have been cool to have. That would have definitely been cool to have. Like, yeah, you remember that website we used to do, like, back in the day? Blah, blah, blah. But most people used, like, not too many people used it, but then a lot of people used, like, there was Geico Cities that was on, what was that, on Yahoo? Geico Cities, but then a lot of people used that websites built on there. And then a lot of people would build on Homestead. If you guys don't remember that, it was like your link / homestead.com. And I don't know what I think it was Geico Cities, GeicoCities.com / your name. That was what the ultra link was. It was, I think you, with the website, I think it was 200 megabytes on Geico Cities that you could actually have website, and then it was 50 megabytes on Homestead. Alright, I know too much about websites, I just don't know. First time I was really on the internet for like the longest I was ever on the internet when we first had the internet was about 9.5 hours. It had to be 9.5 hours. It was summer of summer '98. Was it summer '98 or summer '97? It was a summer '97, I think. I'm trying to remember. Summer '97, '98. Because we had Windows 98 on the computer, so yeah, it must have been 98. We didn't have second edition. We had Windows 98. It was on a... Let's see. I think it was on a Gateway computer. Very beginning Gateway computer. Like a very, very second generation or first generation. I even still have the motherboard to it. That's funny. And I still have the motherboard for it. I have a whole bunch of motherboards. Uh-oh. That's the third time that came up today. Coupon Clipper. Okay. Teddy bear. I'm trying to think.
That's one. Just two more and you've got yourself a prize.
Your soul will be mine.
I'm gonna come back. It's lightning inside. The power doesn't go out. Okay. Was that him when I left? Okay. Trying to memorize just something.
I'm expanding the set. Don't worry, it's within budget. Don't mind if I do. She... What's my line? We're breaking into the next act. We're breaking into the next act.
Wow, it's already 5 o'clock. Okay. I knew he was gonna go down. Wait until I get my stuff back.
The new script doesn't have to start. Now feeling the sea. I like it. What are you doing in there?
Wait.
And get back out of that. Our zombie team is getting restless. What's going on? This is breaking continuity.
Great. Just one more souvenir coin, and we've got a prize for you.
I knew he was gonna do it.
Keep this up and you're a shoo-in for the sequel.
It's probably right there, but I'll go down here. He's gonna go down. At least he came down to help. That's one good thing about these guys. You don't get too many people like this. If you look at my previous videos, more than likely all those people usually go down, or they leave, or why do you tell me you're doing a sitcom and they go down? Usually that's what happens. What the hell was that? Like, it's just weird. Like, one day I'm gonna I'm gonna try to get cameras in my room, it's just weird. And like the other day, my door, opened and then closed real fast. And it was like just weird, out of nowhere. Like it just opened and it's real fast. It didn't happen, never happened again. This was probably about a month ago. I'm gonna say a month and a half ago. No one was here. There was no one here at all. It was just me and my little dog. And then the door opened up real fast. Just slammed.
Again! Junk is another's way out of this place.
It's only one more spot. Gonna go this way. I'm gonna actually take the Medusa. Not because of, you know. Someone will take it. Let's see if anybody hits it. I don't care. If they hit it, they hit it. That is very shocked that they would actually do that and help.
Get it together or you're gonna get recapped. Permanently.
At least it's not that one time. I'm hoping it rains all day today. Three people, what's going on? Three people, I don't know who's around, who's watching me, who's here, who's that, you know, 3 people? I mean, there's 100 to 200 people that are more better than I am, right? That you can watch. No, I'm just joking. I don't have to prove anybody that I'm good at this game. You just don't have to. I know for a fact I'm good. The reason why he keeps on going down is because he's using a stupid thing. That's what it should be like for him. You should automatically have that in the... It should be automatically there.
Tonight! I was expecting something better. I was expecting something better. Tonight! You shall be wielded by a Hollywood legend. I was expecting something better, but this will do. For now.
So, let me think about this. You came in and you started talking like that again. What are you mad about? Ooh, I got the face melter, the worst one to get.
I was expecting something better, but this will do. Tonight! You shall be wielded by a Hollywood legend.
Have I played Moon on BO1? Yes. Have I played Moon on BO1? Yes. Why? Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't know, like, is there a problem with BO1? No, like, I know what you said. I'm just saying, Tunnel 6. But then the difference is, I think, hold on, I do have a video of me, hold on, I have a video of me doing BO1, the Easter egg, on, I don't think I have it on there anymore. I had it on there on my YouTube channel, but I think it deleted it, or it got deleted or something like that. And then when it came back on the BO3, I made another video, and that got deleted. So usually I don't know what happened to them. And then I put it on something, and there was a glitch on BO1. I forget what it was though. It was way back in the day. But BO1, yes, I have done the Easter egg, and yes, I did the Easter egg. The only thing I hated about that, well, I liked it. I liked the Easter egg. BO1, the moon Easter egg was actually really fantastic. The reason why, if you're Richtofen and you're over by the pyramid, filling up the little blue things, the whatever called those gloopy things, whatever, you're filling up the souls to that, and then the souls were like draining into it, and you hear Samantha yelling and screaming and yelling and screaming and yelling the whole time. You were in that momentum of that Easter egg, and even if you'd say no, well, that's the part that they never have on any of these Easter eggs at all. If you look at every single Easter egg, you don't have that momentum that Moon had. If you actually played Moon, and you played that where you had to fill in the tubes, and you had Samantha scream her head off because she was in that pyramid. She was screaming and screaming and screaming. That's the atmosphere that no one would ever have on these games at all. And I'll say that over time.
Deep trouble now. What would I think of
the thing I didn't like about Moon was what was it called? Not the. I had the game on your 360. I actually bought BO2 twice. I mean BO1 twice, yeah. But BO1 twice. My PS3, the disc wasn't reading correctly. So I bought a new PS3, the slim one, and it came with the BO1. And then I gave my PS3. I gave my PS3 to my sister to play. But that was way back in the day. That was when there was, what was it called, Little Big Planet. If you ever played Little Big Planet. What else was there? But BO1, I bought it.
up and you're a shoo-in for the...
The reason the first copy.
No! It's all wrong. You aren't supposed to...
I forget what it was. There was something about BO1 that BO1 was because if you pre-ordered it or something, you'd get the war maps. And I remember buying them. And the war maps were on BO1. And I'm trying to remember. That's BO1, the older BO1. Let's see. Call of Duty War at War. You can get outside the map by the cabin, by the fishing hut. If you have a zombie knock you outside the map. If you have a zombie knock you out the map, you can get outside the map. With BO1, what's that one? It's called the Swamp. From War at War, and if a zombie, it was weird that there was a place where the phone, where you would actually hit the phone to hit the song, that building. If you corner yourself like this, next to the building, you had a zombie come next to you and push you underneath the map. And I remember that. When you go all the way up to where the fishing hut is, go inside there, and you can stay there the whole time. Or you can get up on top of the roof and be good at that. Just have the zombies come towards you. Someone knows how to do the Easter egg, see? So if you're talking about BO1 and you're talking about the moon, you're talking about the tunnel, and you're talking about the hacking, what they call the hacking thing, or whatever it's called, I'm trying to think. Where you had to go and get the... There was a... Way back in the day, when it first came out, the moon, there was a glitch where you could take off your helmet, grab that tool to hack the box. Then when you're halfway through the box, then it was like weird that you'd have to go. I think it was BO2 that you could do it. BO2? Or... No, it was BO3. BO3, you shoot a bubble gum. I know they patched it. I think they patched it. The moon, and you eat a piece of bubblegum. As soon as you got halfway through it, you chew a piece of bubblegum, and then it was just weird, because then you didn't have to wear a helmet at all while walking outside. The worst thing about the moon, the worst thing playing Moon, the worst thing I hated about Moon was the jump pads. What were called those jump pads or leap pads in that building where you had to jump. It was in like that circle place, and as soon as you run out of the doorway, like say this was the doorway, right? Say I'll just say this was the doorway. So this was the doorway. and you're running from zombies, and you didn't even know that you're running through it. You're coming through, and you're like, oh, you're up in the air, and you get flung, and you're not really paying attention. By the time you get like in one spot,
Kindle pops.
you might go down. Which you might fall through. Something stupid. What happened? And let's see. I don't even know if there was a myth. There was a myth on the moon, I think, where a lot of people used to stay on the Earth area. And they say if you stay on the Earth longer, on the moon part of it, on the Earth, where the Packer Punch is, you earn perks or something. People are like, oh, if you stay 58 minutes on here, you earn perks or something. And then if you stay 1 hour, you hear noises or something like that. From what I know that you can't do Moon EE and BO1, I could do Easter egg. It won't work? What do you mean won't work? I could do the Easter egg on the Moon. I don't really care about it. It's not even really an Easter egg. If you really could... It's... what... All it is basically I didn't. Okay, the Big Bang Theory. What do you mean? You looked at my trophies? Did you look at my trophies? Is that what you've seen? FYI. And here's the information that you really have to understand. If you owned a PS3, and you didn't own a PS3 back in the day, you had... No. I can't because you had me blocked. I didn't block you. If you have a PS3 back in the day, and I know 100 people would say, agree with me. Okay. When you earn a trophy on the PS3, it didn't sync up to the PlayStation Network. It didn't sync up to the PlayStation Network unless if you synced it up yourself. That means you hit the option button or your triangle button towards the thing, and you synced it up. Sync to network. I think it's triangle. The triangle button thing, where you synced it up that way. When you have over like 200 to 300 games on the PS3, you didn't want to sync up the trophy because it took a longer time. It was bad. Now it automatically syncs up the trophies, and that's what happens. But the PS3 back in the day, that's what happened. Some of the trophies I did earn, but I didn't sync them up. So if I turn on my PS3 right now, if I turned on the PS3, it wanted me to sync up all my trophies from the PS3 to the PS4 to the PS5. And that would take at least 2 to 3 hours. At least. And even my friends list, if I had more than 100 people, it'd be all grayed out. So don't sit there and start saying, you didn't earn this, you didn't earn that, you didn't earn this. Half my trophies would not show up correctly anyways because of the PlayStation Network sync up. The syncing up to the PlayStation Network is very bad on the PS3. So the other thing is, I did did the Easter egg, the bouncing ball, the putting the glops and the stools into the chambers, the what's it called? The assignment says doing it on the computer. I hate doing that. I never did it. I didn't do it myself. I knew someone that did it, and then launched a missile over across to the moon or to the Earth, and then what was it? The first part of it, and then Max's, was it Max's or Richtofen's? Because I think Richtofen was, you turn the Earth blue, and Max's was red. Or I remember the eyes. The eyes would glow blue. And you would go to buried. And you would go to buried, and inside the one thing, I should. Maybe in a couple weeks, maybe I'll show you that I can do moon on. I do have the moon on the Black Ops 3. I have the Zombie Chronicles. And I do know how to do every one of them. So do you know all the Easter eggs? Do you know all the songs? Do you know how to get outside the map? Do you know how to do that? Do you know the run skips? Do you know everything about those maps? Because I could show you every way to get outside those maps quickly. I can get outside the moon if I wanted to. But that's the difference. So even if you think, well, he doesn't have the trophy for the Big Bang Theory and all that other stuff. Sometimes I didn't even care about the trophies. And if you look at my other trophy, Bomberman and Pain, what's that game called? Pain. It was a very beginning game where you threw a guy and flinged them. You actually flinged them, and then it was kind of like, it was like a guy. You know how Angry Birds is? Angry Birds is where you fling a bird into a thing. Pain was just like that. You fling a guy into stuff, and more pain he was in, the more points you would get. So if you earn 1,000 to 2,000 points, you earn trophies. So I didn't. All my trophies on Pain didn't even go through correctly. There was another game that I have. It's called Trash Panic. Trash Panic or Panic or something like that. It was a garbage can. It was like a Tetris kind of situation, but it was Trash Panic. I didn't earn any trophies whatsoever on the PlayStation Network. I mean, I did, but I didn't because it's not showing up correctly. I never ever synced up my trophies correctly. So if I ever wanted to, when they shut down the PS3 servers, when they do shut down the PS3 servers that day, I'm going to hook up my PlayStation the day before or 2 days before time. I'm going to sync up my trophies and I'll have tons more trophies. So right now, there is no point in me syncing up any trophies right now to the PS3, to the, The only time I would ever play my PlayStation right now would be because of someone once Call of Duty War at War, and like they want to fly through the air or something. Or go onto the mod menus or something like that. Which is just weird because the PS3 has a firmware update to that, and I've never updated it at all. I think it's on 4.6 or something like that now. 4.5? I don't know. I haven't updated my PlayStation for a long time. Hell, I even got the E3 flasher still. What are you gonna do? It's already 6 o'clock. Yeah, it's almost to 6. That's an old commercial. It's like McDonald's. Where's Ronald McDonald when you need him? Where's that Ronald McDonald when you need him? Oh wait, they got rid of him because he was creeping out too many people. That's the honest truth. It'd be pretty cool. So decompression of Connor 6. I think you're playing. I think you're playing. I have a funny feeling you're playing zombies. You're playing the moon, and you're trying to decompress that one part where you have to actually. What was it called? You have to hack the door, right? To stop the saw or that thing that goes up and down. See, I don't remember, like I do remember a lot on Moon. I remember going downstairs, and when you go down the stairs, you hack the bar. You go down and
This is a set, right?
hold on. There's a box that you'd go outside. Well, you would go in, hit the box, go back in the doorway, and you have to wait until it's done. And then you come back out and you hack the box. And if you say no, you didn't do that. then you're saying, well, you know. Then again, you said you have a PS3, you had an Xbox, so you don't know what you're talking about on the PS3. It's like when you try to start up an old car that's been sitting there for years and years and years. You just don't. Is he gonna take my money out of the bank? Yep, he took my money out of the bank. Look at that. Why would you do stupid stuff like that? He's still taking it. So you're taking the money out of the bank. Is that what you're gonna do? Very sad. It's very sad that you would do something like that. Unless you're putting the money back after you leave. Which you probably will. Don't worry, you're almost at 500. You got about a month to go, and then there's double XP, so you might get this 999. Because, well, it didn't happen last year, but the year before that and the year before that, they put double XP on during August. And then those weeks they put they're called summer hacks. And the summer hacks are pretty cool to get. Because if you don't have the summer hacks, and I'll explain this. The summer hacks are this gun. This is the gun that you would get for summer. This one. I don't have it on right there. That's another summer gun. This one. This one. And that's it for that. I don't think there's classic or pistol. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think there's a. And then the barracks coin cart, and then this. I still gotta get that one. This one's summer. This one's summer. This one's summer. This one's summer. I think this one's summer. And then this is summer right here. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. Might be. But if you're getting the summer ones, let's see if I still hold the lead. Yeah, I still hold the lead for that. It's 71. That was the very beginning of the game. The very, very beginning of the game. I remember doing that. that was during the whole time of them finding out how to do the Easter egg. And it was, I think, the third time they tried to do it. And they couldn't shoot down. They couldn't shoot down or know how to shoot down the spaceship. They could do the Easter egg. They could do the whole Easter egg, but they didn't know how to shoot down the spaceship. So I kept on playing and playing and playing. I kept on watching it back and forth, watching and watching while playing. Make it to 71. I don't even realize I made it to 71. The reason how I got down was because of the brutes. The brutes took me down. I came back, and then as soon as I spawned in, I had to run over. And this was before. What's that called? Before director's cut. Before director's cut. Attack of the Radioactive, 42. And that was down on the beach area. Raven and Redwoods, 42 on there. That was all these ones that were actually solo are legit. Very legit. The only one that's not legit is, I think, this one. No? That one. That's the only one that's not legit. That one. I'm thinking it was both this one and this one. This is not because I was doing it. That is 29, 21, 20. Most of this stuff, I could say every one of these leaderboards right here are legit, except this and this one. And I can say like, oh yeah, this one and this one. No, this one and this one are not legit. I'm not saying, well, this one's legit. That's 38. That one's legit. 39. 38. 42. 37. 41. 51. And that was with him. That's how I made the 51. Because of him. So if someone said, well, how did you get to 51? I was, well, we were over by the slides. And we were, he was over towards the slide. We had C4 everywhere. I had that gun that shoots what's that called? The masochist. I had that and just kept on shooting. That's how we did 51. He was getting tired. I said, just keep on going. Go to 55. Go to 55. And he said, no, it's not. Let's see, these are legit. 37, 41, 51, and 71. 71, that is crazy. I do remember that. This one right here, 51, I know how to get to 51. How I got to 51 was using, I would set up getting a katana, what's it called, the nunchucks, and something like, I would try to get the Kindles or the molar for my third one. And, well, you could stick C4 down, but after a while it will go away. I think after 10 rounds or 15 rounds it would go away. So what I would say was try to drop C4 down on the holes in the Pack-a-Punch area, and then use gas grenades. Get those gas grenades and use the party grenades and just keep on using that. Because at I think 42 to 45, somewhere around there, 42 to 45, you start losing the one hit kill on a katana. You can fly through it. It's basically easy. You just can't, That's how I did it. That's how I made it to 51. I could probably make it to. I could have made it to 55 if I really wanted to by myself. But you get bored. You get really, really, really honestly bored with yourself when you get to the higher rounds. I think a higher round at 44 is just. I think after 44 or 45, you kind of like, See, I kind of like really, really talked about it a lot today. I talked about how maybe fix a TV to the point that 4K is dying. I talked about see, I wouldn't say like, oh, this is not legit, this is not legit. My leaderboards on Call of Duty War at War, at one point, on Call of Duty War at War, at one point they were legit. They were up to 50. And they were up to 50 at one time. And that was before the mod menu came through and everything else, and jailbreaks and everything else. I think that was when, because we didn't get the DLCs until later. Because the difference is, if you look up Call of Duty, War at War, and you see the release date on Call of Duty War at War on PS3, they weren't released fast enough. And I think they started the whole 30-day thing on, I think it was 30 days on BO1? Because MW2 only had two DLC packs, Renegade and Stimulus. The Stimulus package. Was it Renegade? And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare didn't have a DLC for us until like late. I think a year later. That would have been Newsroom and God, I remember Newsroom. And what's the other one? Broadcast? Is it Broadcast or Newsroom? Something like that. But what I was talking about was Call of Duty War at War. The zombies on there at one time, they were legit to the point that I was playing really good. and the mod menus came up, and that's when people were, finding out how to jailbreak their PS3. And if someone wanted to get a real mod, they knew how to jailbreak a PS3. That was the only reason why I wanted to jailbreak my PS3 is the mod menus. I wanted to fly around. I wanted to no clip through the walls and see what was going on. I wanted to see like the finer details of different things. It wasn't because I wanted to cheat the whole thing. I just wanted to see like how they did what. Like if you no clipped on BO2, so you no clipped on BO2, that's a different story because then you see the robots how they did it. Because if you look at the robots, you know Origins, like you go to the foot and you go up to the top of the head, but it's not like that. It's the same thing as... Hey, coupon clipper, same one. Okay. Origins is the same way as that map. You go through one portal, you come out another portal. That was just like how the heads came. When you go up the leg, you're going through the portal, but you're getting zapped into the head. But it wasn't you going through the robot up to the top. The heads were actually down underneath the map. This was before YouTube came, like, they were showing, there was another guy that was YouTubing it and saying, like, oh, you can do this and that, doing this. And, yeah, there was tons and tons of things that people were doing back in the day that weren't really, like, they were going through the map and everything and showing up on how to do things. But I just wanted to see, like, the difference. I mean, now these days you can just use you go on the basic BO3, download the map, and search it that way. That's how you can do things. Like you can actually search. You could build Origins if you wanted to. But you couldn't do that because the only way you can actually, you use, what was it called, Spratics? Even the Spratics to inject from your computer, and the only BO1 was the last mod menu you can actually use from the console away. The BO2, the mod menu, you had to inject it from your computer using the studio to inject it from there to inject it towards your PS3. The Spratics or Spratix, SPIX or something like that. I remember doing all this stuff. And then injecting, what was it called? eboot.bin file. And you had to do was the eboot.data file and stuff like that. So then you don't get banned from their servers and all that. It was slowly stupid as most of the time. Even if someone said, well, in a perspective way, I can understand.
Like, go to anything? I might better not break anything.
If I wanted to do the whole Easter egg, I could have done the Easter egg on BO2 if I really wanted to. I didn't do BO2 Easter egg. I mean, I did a couple, but I didn't do them like with the mod menu. Never did that. My BO2 is actually legit from the point. The only time I wanted to do the whole Easter egg of like.
Totally out of hell.
Hold on. Okay. The only reason why I wanted the mod menu, and the only reason why I wanted to do the mod menu was because of just flying around. Basically, it wasn't to help other people do the Easter egg. Wasn't that? It wasn't because I was enjoying doing God mode and everything else. No. When I was playing, if someone needed money in the bank on BO2, I would throw them like 1,000, whatever you could do on your list of the mod menu. You give the player the max amount of money, and they would put the money in the bank and things like that. I would do that for them. That would have been it. I think.
I just found a boom box. Like no mixing, but it looks like it's gonna work. We've got power! I really hope the pack-a-punch is on the other side of this blockade.
I see the reason why a lot of people would say, no, don't do that, don't do that. Well, it's not like they're doing it anyway, because if you're looking at it in if you're playing Buried, and you use the time machine, the time thing, and you're just throwing money out, and then all of a sudden you use the time machine, and then you pick up all that money, then you put money in the bank. It's like the same thing as what I was doing, just handing people money and just putting it in the bank right there. That's the only thing I was doing. It wasn't really cheating. They were already doing it. If they were doing that, then they were cheating. Then it should have been a flaw into the game. But when I did the whole, like I said, like one menu, I never cheated. Hey, I don't. I don't think I would ever think about cheating on BO1 to BO2. Even if I did, with the point of like saying getting out of the map, I used to do a lot of that. Getting out of the map on Call of Duty War at War and Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. That was a challenge. That was definitely a challenge back in the day. When you knew... On here, it's just... You grab... Not that one. I'll wait until he's done talking.
Looks like we're like covered if it rains. Literally, I just picked up an umbrella.
When you can pick up a transponder and then throw it underneath the bridge, or throw it underneath the roller coaster and you're outside the map, that's no challenge. when you actually on Origins and you get over towards the church, I don't know if it still works. There's you start up the tank. You run in front of the tank. You quickly go down the path in front of the tank, and it was like a curve area that you would have to actually be at, that you actually had to be at a certain point. If you set your guy up at a certain point, the tank would actually push you out of the map, like quickly push you. It would still push you. I don't know if they ever patched it or not, but it actually pushed you out of the map, and then you can actually walk all the way around the whole entire map if you wanted to. And then Origins on Remaster is there was where the other side where the Juggernaut machine is. I don't think they ever patched that either. But where the Juggernaut machine is on the other side where you usually build the shield at, there's a chimney right there where the fireplace is. And when the robot steps down, it actually pushes you into like a glitch area. Then when he picks up his leg, it pushes you up against it. You actually hit the jump button. You keep on jumping quickly to get up out of the map. I don't know if they ever patched that one or not. Origins on BO2 when the Panzer, and this was a weird glitch. When the Panzer in the back were that one called generator number 5. I think it was generator number 5, but that was in the far back. Not the generator 6 that was behind the church. Generator 5 was right where the yellow disc is. Or was it purple disc? No, purple was on the other side. Yellow was over there. Red was up in the back. Blue was down underneath the tunnel. So yeah, it was yellow. It was yellow. The wind. Generator 5. Panzer jumps down on you, goes up to you, and one side the Panzer will spawn in, and it was right there by where like the pit is. And if you get the Panzer at the certain time, the robot steps on you, and he sits there and about to claw you. When he claws you and the robot steps on you, you gotta push you. And this was like way back in the day. When you shoot the robot's leg, and the robot's leg opens up, you have to do this in the correct way. Shoot the robot, have the Panzer claw you. You had to have the Panzer facing where the robot was coming from. If he can claw you, and then have the robot step on you at the same time, you can actually get flinged out of the map and right in the back of it. It will actually fling you real fast. It was kind of like a weird glitch where the claw can't hold you. Like the Panzer would actually drag you, but he would lose control of it. And that was on BO2. It was on BO2. Remaster didn't work. I know that one. Oh, I could probably tell you every glitch that was on. I can tell you every single glitch that was on Call of Duty ever. Wow. Not too many people are actually on today, right? Let's shuffle. There was two, now there's one. Then there's two, then there's one. Then there's two, then there's one. What would you rather watch? Someone that's playing shuffle, 137 right now, just sitting there, or 145. He's right about 145 right now. Sitting there with doing the whole glitch. I mean, basically I can get outside the map and just sit there and do absolutely nothing. But then the difference is I can go outside the map, okay? But what is it really benefiting me? It's not benefiting me because I already have every single thing in this game. Hold on. If someone says, no you don't, I have every single thing in this game. Recent collected. And this was probably, see, this was probably when there was summer stuff came out. This was probably about two years ago. It's a double XP coins. Look at that. The hell is this? Oh. I'm gonna go play Call of Duty Cold War. I'll play some Cold War.